Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a poor farmer and his wife. They worked tirelessly in the fields, plowing, sowing seeds, and watering crops. Yet life remained difficult. What saddened them the most was that they had no children, and loneliness weighed heavily on their hearts. One stormy night, while the farmer was walking near the fields, he suddenly heard the faint cries of a baby. Looking around, he discovered a small baby boy wrapped in a cloth, lying by the field. Without hesitation, the farmer picked up the child and brought him home. His wife, shocked and moved to tears, said, "Perhaps this is a gift life has given us." From that moment, they decided to raise the boy as their own son, caring for him, teaching him, and loving him with all their hearts. The boy grew up surrounded by love and care from his adoptive parents. He was not only strong, but also kind and hard-working. Every day, he helped his parents in the fields, plowing, sowing, and watering, quietly and without complaint. His patience and diligence made his crops flourish, the grains heavy and abundant, and his fields greener and more fruitful than anyone else's in the village. Despite his hard work and good nature, not everyone in the village was happy for him. Many were jealous, believing he must be using tricks to achieve such good harvests. Some mocked him, destroyed his tools, or even trampled his fields when he wasn't looking. Yet he never became angry or sought revenge. Instead, he continued to work diligently, stayed patient, and treated everyone with respect, regardless of the insults and ill intentions around him. One year, heavy rains caused the river to overflow, destroying all the crops in the village. Many families faced food shortages, children cried from hunger, and adults despaired. Only the young farmer had some grain left. Rather than keeping it for himself, he decided to help the villagers. At night, while everyone slept, he cooked and quietly placed food at each doorstep. The next morning, people were astonished to find the food, but had no idea who had left it. Even so, during the day, the insults continued. One evening, after a long day of work, he sat quietly outside and wondered, why is kindness met with hatred? Why does doing good bring suffering? Fortunately, someone had been watching. An elderly villager, too weak to farm but with sharp eyes, had witnessed all of the young man's secret acts of kindness. One day, the old man stood before the villagers and revealed the truth. It was the young farmer who had been bringing them food every night. His words silenced the villagers, who felt ashamed for having treated him poorly. Only now did they recognize his goodness and patience, feeling deep remorse. But the story did not end there. A royal procession appeared with the king's seal. The king and queen, who had lost their son years ago in a storm, had followed clues to this village. When they saw the boy, they realized he was their long-lost prince, identified by a keepsake only the prince would have. The king and queen embraced him, tears streaming down their faces, overjoyed and relieved after so many years of searching. The villagers, realizing they had treated him unfairly, bowed in fear. The king, angered, ordered punishment for those who had harmed him. Yet the boy, now the prince, knelt before his parents and said, "Father, Mother, please do not punish them. If I could forgive them when they hurt me, how can I take revenge now?" His words moved the king and queen, and the villagers wept, touched by the prince's mercy. From that day on, he was not only known as the heir to the throne, but also as the Prince of Mercy. His adoptive parents were honored and lived happily in the palace. His story reminds everyone that while jealousy and cruelty may appear like storms, kindness endures, bringing light, hope, and love to the world.